Welcome to Suladan Plays Dream Logic, brought to you by Telopsia Games, or Teleopsia. I'm bad with pronouncing things. Ooh, pretty clouds. So, before we begin, I should say the developer of this game actually, reached out to me and gave me a key to this, so I'm very much appreciative of that. I was quite fascinated by the game to begin with, so that was very mutually beneficial because it looks fascinating based on what I've seen on the Steam store page. It will release on September 6th, which, since I technically put this video in the slot that Those Who Remain would normally be, will be tomorrow. Because I've been doing Those Who Remain on Mondays, but this week it's going to be on Wednesday. But yeah, planned release date September 6th. Dream Logic is a story-driven, first-person atmospheric horror game which takes place in liminal spaces. Explore various nostalgic, dreamlike, and uncanny environments. Don't feel too safe. There's a sneaky creature watching your every move. Okay, there we go. Saw the recording blank out and like, that's not good. Yeah, apparently there was music this whole time and I just didn't have the window focused, so oops. Neat. Also, custom entity mode is a neat thing. You can load your own stuff in. I saw some stuff about it in the Steam store page. Not going to dig too deep into that for the moment, because I would like to start. Teleopsia Games brings you Ashtray Simulator. No, Dream Logic. Fascinating intro so far. Very pretty. Okay, we're zooming to the right. Panning to the right, technically. Panning would be moving the camera with the, without the zoom. Although pan and zoom is a
Hello,
thing,
Bruce. I'm glad you decided to try your hand at my detective agency. I'm going to assign you to your first case, which is quite old because no one's been able to solve it yet. This case puzzled me for a long time because the descriptions of the disappearances are incredibly unrealistic. 2 years ago, 4 people disappeared in 1 week. I say the descriptions are unrealistic because the missing man report says he went missing in a public swimming pool while he was drowning. The other 3 people also reportedly disappeared in public places. Either way, the case has been dismissed and the missing persons are probably dead. But who knows? You might find them. The necessary documents are in the box I sent you. I wish you the best of luck resolving this case. And if you find anything, be sure to contact me. Your friend, Harry.
Now I kind of want to see went missing while driving their car over cliff. Went missing while airplane was crashing. I don't know. Strange things. Ooh, that's a little high on the sensitivity. Can I? Thank you. I'll try 25. Ooh, very nice. Switch that to toggle. Still a little strong. Bear with me, I'm getting this tweaked out before we start. Much better. I like that it starts at 50 and it starts at a very good level. A lot of games I've seen start with way too high of a level, so this one starts with a nice middle ground. I just tend to tweak it a little lower. It's going to depend on your individual hardware, mouse, DPI settings, and other what have yous. So turning it down just gives me a nice, smoother, better for recording movement, so you don't get me all twitching around and like little movements. Read. She left the classroom without saying and was never seen again. I want to know what class it was. If it was physics, if it was a physics class, that's normal. Depending on the teacher. Jumped into the pool. Was never seen again. Went to the mall. Never returned. Went to his cubicle. Never returned. Technically went to the office, but I read that as... And this was the, intro cutscene thingam. Can't pick up chair. Slightly sad. I have a love for just picking up random physics objects and throwing them. That's become a thing in Those Who Remain, as I throw every chair I find. More notes! Can't read it. Can't read it. Very nice responsive drawers. Hey, Grandushkavai! Okay! Haravanba, hey, let's not do that. Well played. Ugh, that's moldy. Can't punch my way through it, that's not what you want to see in a concrete ceiling. Nope. Nope. Still nope. But we don't have a choice. Ugh. Ugh. Footstep sounds don't change. Slightly. Would be nice, but it's probably also dried, because paint would retain that shiny texture. If it was blood, you'd expect it to turn brown. It's one way to tell blood apart from other things, is blood does not remain red when it dries. It gets more browny. Ooh. This door is not real. That door ain't real. Actually, hang on. Let me check something. Video... Vertical... Okay, VSync is on. Static. I was getting a little bit of screen tearing, which is usually a VSync issue, but VSync is on, so... I don't know what's going on, but I do not like it. And I have ceased to exist. Loading screens, the great limbo. I feel like I've fallen into a past recording. Because I know this place. Minus the slide. It didn't have a slide. Which is too bad, because the slide is awesome. You can also kind of see the polygons a little bit, which amuses me. But that's neither here nor there. It looks beautiful. Actually, realistically speaking, depending on the design, you might actually see those due to the extrusion process and depending on how smoothly rounded they made the thing. Feel like I've fallen into a previous recording and I don't know how I feel about that. Woo! Okay. Going that way is not. Lockers! Please don't let me open them. Oh, thank goodness. Because there's a lot of them and I would be opening them forever. We have carried out exit tests, generating many different options. Theoretically, the exit should merge with reality, but none of the tests we have run have shown positive results. There are many other design errors, like ceiling leakage. We'll need more time to fix these problems to avoid people falling in. Project Backrooms. So you're saying you have created a simulation of reality with theoretical entry points that merge into reality, but you actually also have some glitches which are letting people fall into your little simulated reality, which is not a good thing, especially if you can't get the exits to work. Into the water! I think it also said no diving, so that may have been a bad idea, but what do I know? I'm going this way. I'm going this way. I'm going this way. I'm gonna get lost because I ain't got a clue where I'm going. Wait. Bloop. Oh. I got a box. I got a box. I got a box. I got a box. I'm happy. I have it. Come with me, box. Why do I have boxes? Here you go, box. You can stay with your friend. How many years until people start building places like this and it become the new fad? Instead of escape rooms, it's back rooms. Found another box. Found another box. Be with your friend too. Do I need the boxes? To what end do I need them? No, that's where I came in. Sploosh. 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 Okay, that doesn't work. Am I supposed to use the 3 boxes to make a stair step so that I can jump into it, because when I collide with it, it's going to pull me up? That's my current theory. Something like that. And if not, well, who cares? I'm trying it anyway. Can I be lazy and bring 2 boxes with me at once? Kind of. Hooray for physics. Very nice responsive physics, too, for stacking things. Usually that doesn't work out too well. Okay. It worked! My idea was right. Into the hole! Well, I made it out of one hole and into another. I hope I don't need to breathe. Or see, apparently, because my goodness, I can't. Okay, we're just gonna go this way. I really hope I'm not supposed to find anything in here, because my goodness, I'm lost. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, that just leads to nothing. How dark this is. Well, shortcut. Well, that was less painful than I expected. Oh, this is beautiful. Places like this are gorgeous, but oh my goodness, it would be a nightmare to have to keep this place clean and shiny. Found the washrooms. Found outdoors. No. Out. Out. Can't jump out of the pool, you gotta climb. Whee! Aww. It's actually for the best that it doesn't let me do that, because we would never get anywhere, because I would be jumping off every cliff. Oh my god, no. Oh my goodness, I don't... I don't know what I'm doing. I assume I want everything to connect, so I'm just kind of working off that logic. This one's off-center a little bit, though. Maybe? Oh, wait, hang on. Something unlocked, and I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. Was it this door? Hole in the floor. Whee! I need to quit jumping in every hole I find. Ah, loading screen. My old arch nemesis. Oh, nope. Now we're in this. Did we die? Don't go toward the light! I think we're going towards the light. Or we have found clouds. Oh no. Can I fly? Am I flying? Whee! This is gorgeous. Also very nice with the actual volumetric clouds. This is beautiful, but I am gonna get lost. You can sprint. You better hope I have any semblance of a clue where I'm going. Clue or hint, I do not. You can kind of see the upper and lower bounds, which is helpful. Not in an immersion breaking way, in a I can tell where the bottom and the top is. The bottom is where there's a flow of clouds, and the top is where they stops being clouds. And it's kind of got a structure enough where there's some semblance of lightning. Hallways. I saw lightning this way. I'm going towards the lightning. Give it. Give. Where's the lightning? Follow the lightning. Where there's lightning, there might be a hammer. Where there's a hammer, there's a nail. Where there's a nail, there's a toe. And I don't know where we're going anymore. I lost track of the lightning and the metaphor. Not gonna lie though, this is some of the best clouds I have come across, and the ability to actually go in and out of them is just outstanding. Even though that's not quite how clouds work, but... Well, upper atmosphere you do get to a point where you do. But still, beautiful, and I love it. The sheer number of beautiful screenshots you could get out of this. I found the lightning! It found me, because technically I lost the lightning, but, well, I'm dead. Again. Back here. Now we're in the parking lot. The parking lot of doom. Why are parking garages creepy? Like, just empty parking garages. Like, you know I'm right. There's just a creepiness to them. And not like in a, like, horrifying creepy. I guess maybe it's because it's a big enclosed space. I don't know. And it's not the cars or the absence of cars or the people or the absence of people. It could be the low light mixed with a number of these things. Maybe it's something about the way the sound frequencies bounce off of stuff and it being different to what you're used to. But they're just, like, beautifully creepy. Door. This door does nothing. This door does nothing. There's probably a puzzle here. There's also some weird red light going on. Around every corner is a red light. That's a tiny bit creepier. This is where I came from. I'm gonna close that door. Oh, it's such a big place and so far to walk, though. We have successfully created a portal to reality, but strange things happen to life. Our experiments show a person going through the portal goes into short-term coma, waking up without feeling for about 6 hours. I assume that means they wake up 6 hours later. But no, falling through into a simulated reality. I can't imagine why that would be somewhat, jarring to the body and cause it all sorts of havoc. I'm gonna go up. I haven't really explored up. Up needs to be explored. Ooh, there's something here. While maze-like, they are laid out in a really nice way that, like, you kind of organically find your way around, which is nice. Okay, so that's that door open. That red light around the corners is spooky. At some point, it's not going to be just a light, it's going to be a creep-em. That is a tiny well, am I tall? Am I tall and nobody told me? Why did I come down here? I can't take the ladder. I can't open the door. The car is locked. Just alone with the sound of my footsteps. Blunk, blunk, blunk. I'm starting to get paranoid. Which is the point. Keep going in there is nothing. Is there a higher up? Let's try that. Nope, there is not a higher up. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna go close myself back in here. Also, this is a strangely shaped puddle. Nope. Am I looking for keys? I mean, technically I could pop one of these fluorescent light bulbs out and use it as a defensive implement. It's not going to be fun for either one of you, and shut your eyes before you smack somebody with it, but they're not going to be having a good day. I would not recommend actually doing that to somebody because the powder that lines the inside of the glass on a fluorescent bulb is, to my understanding, toxic, as well as the bulb being under pressure, so when it ruptures, it will, expand outward. Hence me saying to close your eyes, because you don't want to get popped in the face, or popped in the eyes, particularly. But yeah, makeshift self-defensive implement that may or may not backfire and cause just as much harm to you as to the thing you're whopping with it. I do not recommend messing with light bulbs unless you know what you're doing. I just mean like if you're trapped in a eldritch parking garage. I don't know what to do. Right after I go on that tangent about how organically I was finding the way forward, I die trapped in a parking garage. My theory is that the car is the way forward. My question is how to access the car. The theory would be a key. But where would a key be at? Possibly in the little room with the note in it? Makes as much sense as any idea I've had. Go for it. It's hanging. Oh my dear goodness. Well played, game. Well played. Are you gonna let me actually drive? Bonk. Can I go back up the stairs? Can I go up the stairs with the car? Can I go back up the stairs in the car? Well, I think I broke it. Okay, restart level. Thank you for having a restart level button to protect idiots like me. Yeah, it was just as much your idea. Kind of. Well, you didn't stop me. You all could have stopped me. Oh, I've got to go upstairs because this door isn't open yet. Okay, well that's no problem. 10 out of 10 would get the car stuck again. I was kind of hoping I could just glitch the physics into letting me drive the car up here and I would just be up here doing donuts. It was like, you're not supposed to be able to... Oh, never mind. I wouldn't have been able to fit through these hallways anyway. Still would have been funny to get the car halfway up here and then just be like, nope, you're stuck now. Car. Oh, well, that's gorgeous. To the wall! Boink. I have figured out how to turn a car around. Just ram into the nearest wall. You know what? I don't trust the music. So what I'm gonna do is completely forget how to steer. Hey, it's dream logic. I may as well be going backwards. I don't have the best track record driving cars in dreams. The brakes never work and it annoys me. Seems to be a recurring theme. It's like brakes won't work, TVs won't stay paused. Just whatever's supposed to stop won't. That's my recurring dream pattern. When it, when that comes up. I think at some point I'd start to recognize it, but nope. Still happens, and I still don't realize I'm dreaming. Taxi car, you're moving. You're moving. We're both going. You know what? You join the party too. We all going. You left me behind the wheel of a car. You knew what you were signing up for. Am I slowing down or are they speeding up? I do like that I'm just slowly piling them up together. I don't like that they're faster than me. Fine, we'll go the other way and see if I'm faster. I am not faster. Maybe I am. Maybe holding down shift is making me faster. Whatever the case, cars, I'm back. There's a nice pile of you now, but I demand more. Will you give me more? More. Yes. Excellent. We're the Carapede. I found the end of the road, but too bad. We are the Carapede. We stop for no one. Into the tunnel! Oh no, the tunnel is. Well, there went my friends. Too bad, so sad. Well, where are we at now? Back here? No, this is a different here. This isn't the swimming pool part. Ooh, I want out there. I am not go out there. I don't trust that sign that says the exit's that way. I'm going this way. When have exit signs ever been trustworthy? Most of the time, actually. For legal reasons. You get in a lot of trouble if you start putting exit signs that don't lead to exits, because if somebody gets hurt and there's like a fire or something and you lead somebody to the wrong thing, there's all this litigation that happens. Ugh. Fire marshal gets involved. They may or may not feed you to the Kraken. Letter. In view of the results of the quality of the development of this project, I am ordering its immediate termination. Dispose of all evidence. If the terms of confidentiality agreement are breached, you and all staff who have worked on this project will be sentenced to prison. I found keys. Well, now the exit says this. Now it says that way. I told you it wasn't trustworthy. Y'all didn't listen. Acting like I'm the crazy one. This way. Nope. Very nice wall texture. A little too, well, yeah, the paint would make it shiny like that. I was gonna say it's a little too shiny, but actually not. Oh, hello, door. Did I walk into a security breach? Oh no, there's levers. Congratulations, I made a thing. Now what? Oh, there's a door behind me now. I would have liked some sort of sound to alert me to its presence, like, you know, the unlocking that happened in the swimming pool area. Okay, there's some downright weirdness going on here. I don't trust where I'm going. I'm gonna go back to where I can see. I do not trust the emptiness. I don't trust none of y'all now. Oh, that's the ones it came from. That one was already open. Can I just have a flashlight? Y'all just give me a flashlight or something? Huh. No? Why not? Because you know I'll find my way out. I'm eventually going to just turn a corner and it be my demise. This one's different. Okay, well that did nothing for me. Well, that's the best you're getting. I don't know musics. Oh, good. Okay, I can do that. Nope. Aha! Okay, I shouldn't have done that. I think I set something loose. Oh no. Oh no! Now I'm in the slightly familiar place. Follow the arrows. By familiar, I mean I have not a clue where I'm going, so I'm just gonna follow the arrows. I feel an unhealthy amount of paranoia now. The thing. I think that's supposed to be bent. See, now I'm just creeped out. I'm gonna turn around at some point and it's just going to have been silently following me. Is this a hiding place? Is that what the arrows are telling me is where hiding spots are? Wait, there's no trim there. What's this? There's no trim there. Ah, for those that don't know, that's floor trim. Could also be called, like, molding, I guess. Nope, it's not telling me where a hiding spot is. So much of this place looks alike. I'm also hearing noises. this. Not in an actually don't like it way, I just mean as in it's making me nervous. I'm occasionally hearing noises that aren't me. I'm concerned. Oh, I'm very concerned. It's just this faint sound. I may be back in the starting area for all I know. It's like the arrows are telling me to go there, then turn here. Then go this way. But yeah, I'm back in the starting area. Oh, don't you dare do that to me. Started hearing footsteps from directions that weren't me. Okay, I've been here. I've been here. You're saying I have to follow a certain path? Nope. Problem is, because the air... Feels like my character twitched. Because the arrows are curved, I don't know whether they're telling me to go around that corner or go straight in that direction, which is kind of the point. It's supposed to be somewhat ambiguous and confusing and unnerving and jarring and... As long as there's not some sort of, oh, there's a specific section of wall you need to bump into or something, that would be unfair. Unless, you know, unless the game gives you some sort of hint to it. But I just mean, like, if it's something you just blindly have to find. But I'm not accusing it of doing that. I just mean in general. Because that's kind of what I thought the first time when I saw sections without trim, and that's why I keep bumping into them. What are you trying to tell me? Oh, magical arrow of doom and destruction. Doomstruction. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss. But we will not give up. Found a hallway, that's progress. Found a hallway that leads to nowhere, that is not progress. And that's kind of part of what makes this sort of area spooky and frustrating, is like, there's so many corners, there's light, there's shadows, there's pitch black areas, and you never quite feel like you get your bearings enough to know where you're going. So it's like, have I been here? Have I seen that? Have I looked around that corner? You know, what is that? Where is that? It keeps you on your toes. Now that's that where I found earlier. Oh my dear goodness! I'm dead. Hi! Okay. For some reason that was slightly less jarring than I thought it would be. Oh, my heart's pounding. I do hope that it doesn't become just an endless loop of me finding it, dying, and then not having a clue where I'm going. That would be unfortunate. Downside is, before there was a tension of not knowing whether there was anything in here with me. And that tension was slowly building to greater anxiety. And once you show the player that there is something in there with them, that they're not alone, and that they get to see it, it severs that built-up tension to a point of that momentary burst of release. But at the same time, depending on how it is implemented, it can mean that, let's say hypothetically, I spend the next 5 hours in here just never making progress, dying over and over again because that thing catches me. At some point, it loses its power to make me nervous. It just becomes repetitive, and it's still right behind me. Why are you so fast? Is there a point where you can get away from it, or is it once it finds you, you better hope you're at the exit? But you'll notice it in a lot of horror movies where, I don't know so much nowadays, but a lot of classic horror movies you'll see, they wait until really late in the movie to actually let you see the creature because up until that point, the sense of unknown and only getting like shadowy glimpses lets your imagination play with it for far longer, creating much more of a tension and build-up. Some of this was also done potentially for special effects reasons, but the result is that you can do a lot with atmospheric tension and build-up that, I don't know, some games do kind of too much too early, in that they basically show you the monster right up front, and then you don't get that tension. In this case, I kind of feel like it can see me from way too far away, which I know it's a bright area. But because I can't hear it, it's kind of a walking simulator where I just eventually hear that it's after me, and like, it's right on my heels, I'm dead. I'm not sure how I would tweak that. This section I have a little bit mixed feelings about, because I don't know what I need to do to move forward. These arrows don't seem to be helping me. I'm getting a little frustrated, yeah, but it's like I dead end when I hit this arrow. I don't find any more arrows. And maybe I'm thinking too much about it and the arrows mean nothing. I'm at a loss now. It's like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? Did I find a note in this area? Or was that in the last area? Now some of the memories are blurring together. What was the last area? Because there was the note about, like, you know, shut it down. If any of you talk, you'll be sent to prison or whatever. It's spooky, I'll give it that. Where do I go? Where do I go? I don't know. I mean, surely it's not telling me that I need to walk a very specific path. That would not be helpful. Like if it was a maze that I had to follow a very set course through. Nope, it can find you in here. forgot I could jump. Huh. Yeah, well that's not gonna work. I was gonna say you could do the old maze trick where you turn left at every chance you get, but that doesn't work if there are looping paths. Because I could just find a specific loop and get stuck looping around that loop. Actually, giving the player some way to mark where they've been would be useful. I know I said it's a bad idea, but I'm trying to do the left wall thing. And now I'm being chased, so the left wall thing has gone by the wayside. What is this place? I want to explore that. Is it a never-ending chase once it finds me? Yeah, it's like it stays, like, no matter how many turns you make, no matter how far you run, it's staying just a couple of steps behind you, which makes me think that it's not designed for you to be able to lose it once it catches you, sees you. Amnesia: The Dark Descent used a similar mechanic where the harvesters, the farther they were away from you, the faster they moved. Because the goal of it was to make you always feel like they're hot on your heels, but to also make it so that once they got within a certain distance of you, they couldn't catch you as long as you kept moving. And the level layout was designed in such a way that generally those chase sequences were self-contained, so you would be pursued, get beyond where they could chase you, and then you'd be fine. In this case, it's just the entire map. That's just what I'm comparing to how it feels because of the fact that it's staying right on my toes. Why is it on your toes? Why isn't it on your heels? No, you stay on your toes, it stays on your heels. I got the sayings mixed up. I am curious about that big dark room that I found, but the odds of me locating it again are... And that's kind of, to me, where there's a weakness in this concept, in that I have no way to track where I've been, mark where I've been, and I know I'm not asking for like a mini-map or something, but I know I have seen some backrooms games that give you a spray paint can or something so you can, like, put marks down. it seems to be slightly faster in straight movement than I am at strafing. At this point, I'm experimenting. I can't... I don't know if we're going to find the ending on this one. I mean, the game's not released yet, so, I mean, I assume if there wasn't an ending, they would, you know, tell you. Most games would do that. But I'm very curious to see how this game goes. I don't know whether this is the release version or whether there's changes to be made, or, you know, maybe the ending is walled off, or maybe improvements will be made, or maybe changes will be made, or who knows. I am rambling. But as far as the entire game, it's fascinating. I love that it's gone from area to area, and that it did a good job at creating a sense of tension at the creature not being there until, like, this last area. But at the same time, I feel like this last area is so expansive, and that I'm not finding any clues as to where I need to go, that it is beginning to feel like I'm just wandering until it finds me. Then I die, then I restart, but I'm not necessarily learning and making progress towards an end, which is frustrating. And I'm sure if I, like, saw the map of the area, it would make so much sense to me, and that's the point of not knowing. But not knowing where the path forward is, this area is so expansive and maze-like, and you don't have a way to mark where you've been, and you eventually just meet your certain death because that thing appears to be inescapable. That the combination of these factors does not work in the game's favor. Why did you stop sprinting? Okay. It's very good at pursuing. If you're going to have it to where the creature, once it finds you, cannot be shaken, you need some way for the player to interact with the chase and track. Sorry, let me pick better words for that. You've got to have a way for the player to interact with the creature during the... before it finds you. I don't have technical terms for some of this. I need to be able to either have places that I can hide and observe. I need to be able to hear its movements. I need some hint as to its location. If once it finds me, that's it. Or once it sees me, that's it. Because past that, it's just run until it inevitably catches you. Alternatively, the player needs to be able to lose it somehow. And my original theory was that if you got into a dark place, that it would lose track of you quicker. But that doesn't appear to be the case. Getting it far enough away from you doesn't appear to be the case because it's faster than me. It is either equal to or slightly faster than me. If it's equal to my speed, then it's just really good at, like, cutting corners and making, as in turning, not doing something improperly. Cutting corners can be a figure of speech in that regard. It's just that good at pursuing that it's inevitably making gains on catching me. But see, spots like this would, to me, make sense for a hiding spot where I duck into it and it, you know, keeps going or something. But it is silent. It can see me at seemingly any distance based purely on line of sight. And once it sees me, it does not unsee me. I cannot for the life of me seem to find any hint as to the path forward. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a way out of here. There has to be, because, you know, game design, there needs to be. But, yeah, fascinating game. Love the game overall. I do feel like this last area could use some quality of life and polish. Primarily, my suggestions would be have it make noise so that I can kind of track it with spatial awareness. You know, I have to hide in these dark areas and it has less capacity to see in the dark areas. And give me a spray paint can or something so that I can, you know, do this or paint. And preferably, due to the size of the area and the fact that you're going to die multiple times, I would recommend having the paint persist. Maybe not through closing the game, but just through, like, if I paint an X here and then I die, that X is still there. Another option you could go with would be have the paint go through several stages, whereas, like, each time I die, it goes down a stage in quality and blurs and then eventually fades. But that depends on if you make changes to the creature and its pursuit and, you know, the fact that once it sees me, it's death. If it becomes avoidable, then you might not have to have the paint pursue, because basically over time as the player explores, they're going to mark where they've been in whatever manner that individual player might do. Some would probably paint just a solid line, some would put exit doorways they've been through. But this last area, I just don't feel a sense of direction like I did with the others, and I am just lost, and there is limits to how much time I can put forward to just repeatedly dying and restarting, and because of the maze-like expanse, I'm not... In other games that aren't maze-like this, I would be slowly building a mental map of the area. But because of the nature of the backrooms, and this is in no way against the game itself, it's purely the nature of the backrooms, it's designed for me to not be able to easily make a mental map. It's meant to be disorienting and confusing, which is why generally I would think that the, like, spray paint or stamps or stickers or something would be a good way for the player to organically mark their path. Somewhat House of Leaves style. Wonderful book. Highly recommend it. Would love to see a game made based off that. Just off the concept of the black space. I don't think it really had a specific name, but if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. That's a good example of something where you never really get the... It's very good at hiding whether there really is a monster or whether it's, you know, all in their minds or whatever. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I mentioned before about how you can build up tension over time, and that's a good example of it because it keeps the mystery going and doesn't, like, within the first chapter, like, here's the monster and here's exactly what it looks like. This game did a good job of that, with me not really knowing if I was being stalked throughout the game, and then, oh, there it is. But it's just that this last area is wandery enough, and I'm so lost that I just don't know what to do and how to proceed. I need some sort of direction. I haven't even found the note in this area, I don't think. Unless I did and then died and just completely forgot. But presumably somewhere in this area is another note. And something I've got to find that will lead me to an exit. But due to the nature of the backrooms and this wallpaper, it is probably tucked away in some little corner or cubbyhole that I just haven't seen. That, due to the nature of the game, is also very hard for the player to find, because they're also having to worry about, as soon as it sees you, it's game over, and you lose whatever exploratory you kind of lose progress because your position is reset, so you lose your sense of... you lose your bearings on exactly where you're at. One idea would be to ask whether is it actively wandering or is it just stationary, and is the place that it's coming from the hint as to where I need to go. But I don't know where it's coming from. I can't for 100% sure even replicate where I'm at when I'm being seen. I guess I could try that. As soon as I hear that it found me, just stop moving and try to memorize that location. Oh, hi. Let's try one more time. I kind of know where that spot was. Okay, this is where I was, and it came from that direction. Aha! So it does just kind of appear. But I just came from there. So this brings up some interesting questions about the nature of the mechanic. See, even when you know where you're trying to go and have gone there, it's so easy to just completely... Wasn't that error? No, there it is. I'm about to say. Like, I can get to here reliably. But then finding that other arrow is where I get lost. It does... let's see. It does appear to be linked to that. Going through here didn't help. The structure is so maze-like, you would literally... like, I'd have to step by step through footage to recall how I got there. This isn't it. Great, I found the arrow, but I don't remember how I got to it in the first place. So he's coming from there. Watch. Oh, well, naturally it's not going to happen like I expect. Like, he came from there. See? I don't know. It does seem like he spawns from that spot, but I've explored around that spot and I can't seem to find anything. So, it's a fascinating game, but I'm really stumped on how to proceed here. Highly recommend it, though. If for nothing else, the rest of the game is fascinating, and this area is interesting. it's so easy to get lost, and I don't see a direct path forward, which is a little bit of a shame because I do see, like, just looking at the Steam Store screenshots, there's some areas I haven't seen, at least in theory, unless I'm misunderstanding. But I am just completely at a loss on this one. If I get any ideas or if I figure out a way forward from this spot, I'll come back to it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Game dev, again, thanks for the key. Thanks for the opportunity to play the game. But you've stumped me a little on this area. Still, fascinating game nonetheless. My main key takeaways would be that this area specifically is just so large and expansive. And I know I've said this like twice, but I'm doing the end of the video wrap-up thing. The player either needs a way to mark where they've been, something like a can of spray paint, a pad of stickers, something. I'd go with the spray paint because it's just easier to, put an X or an arrow or whatever, and it gives the player more freedom to just kind of click and drag to draw. Versus stickers would have to be really big. But you know what I mean. Some way to mark where you've been, maze style. And some you've got to give me some breadcrumb here, because this area, I feel like I've explored it, but because of the nature of the back rooms, it's hard for me to keep track of where I've been. I knew where I was trying to get to, and it still took me ages to find that spot again. I know the arrows are in some way a clue, but it's just not clicking for me. It also does appear that the creature spawns from that specific spot, so little puzzled there. So that probably answers why I'm not hearing its footsteps and all, because it's technically not... I mean, you could do ambient sound if you wanted to, but... So I don't know. I'm a little puzzled. The other areas, I could organically kind of puzzle my way through. It's just this one has me stumped. Beautiful game. Fascinating. Would like to see more. But I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.